Awakening brings many insights after the initial insight. One of them is that because the I is a fiction, then it means that you are not the provider. What that means is that you're not the one that is making money, and you're not the one that is keeping the body alive through taking care of the body, taking good care of it, doing physical exercise, eating well, getting supplements. All that is good, but awakening shows you that the I is a fiction, and therefore you are not the provider. You are not the doer also. Consciousness is the provider. Consciousness is the doer. Consciousness is what is living through this mind-body system. All that comes through awakening. And everything, all these insights have consequences. They impact your life. So what is the consequence of realizing that you're not the provider? The consequence is that you can now let go of the pressure to feel responsible for the survival factor of life, meaning how much money you make and how good is the health of the organism. All that weight, you can remove it. You can say, okay, I better move towards surrendering all this, because so that the programs in your mind-body system become aligned with what you saw during awakening, with the truth. And obviously this brings a feeling of freedom, relaxation, less stress in your life. This idea that you're not the provider, that the divine is the provider, is not exclusive to Advaita, of course. In Christianity, God is the provider. In other religions too. The good thing about Advaita is that it allows you to see that the one that you believed to be the provider is not there. And by embodying that truth in the first chakra, which has to do with survival, you come to a place of surrender. So key to the issue of survival is this. You are not the provider. Then you may say, well, then I don't do anything. I just, wait for the money to come. The divine will provide, because it's just the divine functioning through this mind-body system. It's just the divine looking through this window into its own universe. So it's the divine that is interested in keeping this body alive. So it's going to send me money. But that is a deceptive argument. The programs in the mind-body organism have to be such that it has to act on the opportunities that are presented. So there is work also to do to make sure that the system is programmed properly to do not waste opportunities and be lazy. The the organism has to be programmed to be willing to do both its part. Think about the following. Every time you made some money in life, every time, somebody had to open their wallet and give it to you, metaphorically speaking. Of course, there are electronic transferings today, but that is the situation. The situation is that the decision to buy from you a good or a service was not up to you. Somebody else made that decision and decided to buy from you a service or a good. Which proves you again that the decision is made somewhere else. It's not made by you. And money comes as a gift, which also speaks very loudly about the importance of gratefulness, to be grateful for what comes to you, the blessings that come to you in the form of money. In a world like this, I'm sure that there are other civilizations that are organized in a different way, but in this one, obviously, money is not coming because you decided to buy to yourself. Somebody else decided. And when money comes, it's a blessing. This issue about survival is something that you can do spiritual work before awakening or after awakening, both. And in fact, because it is a very significant issue, you will do work before and after in the spiritual path. Why is so significant? Because survival is intimately connected to identification with the body. And that identification is the first to appear and is the last one to go. In the baby, there is already identification with the body. The more advanced identifications, the one that comes through socialization of the baby or the child already, come later. The first identification is with the body. It's just because consciousness is functioning through a mind body. And this is present also in animals. Animals are really interested in survival, and they devote most of their lives to survival, except cats, house cats. And the reason they do this is because consciousness becomes identified with the body the minute it begins to function through it. A form that through which consciousness looks through and works through creates identification. Consciousness begins to operate through a form, identification with that form happens. So the first identification is with the body. And then we see in the scriptures from different traditions that at the very last moment, even great enlightened individuals have moments of fear, which indicates that there is identification with the body. Nisargadatta Maharaj told his disciples that when he went to the doctor and the doctor told him that he had cancer, he felt fear. Possibly it was not for a long time, but he did. Christ is in the Mount of Olives, and he knows what is coming, and he feels afraid, and he prays, Father, if it's possible, take this cup away from my lips. That's because still there is identification with the body, and he's not looking forward to what is coming. So identification with the body is the last to go, and it's the first to appear. Work on this issue of survival and identification with the body before awakening and after awakening. And this is a significant issue from the perspective of Advaita, becoming disidentified with the body. So it is recommended in Advaita to talk about the bodily needs as bodily needs, not as your needs. This body is hungry. This body needs to go to the bathroom. This body is in pain. When Nisargadatta was towards the end, the very end, his body was in pain. A disciple asked him, Master, are you in pain? He said, there's pain in the body. That was his answer. So in Advaita, you need to work on this. Disidentifying yourself from the body and its needs. So in the coaching sessions that I presently offer online through WhatsApp or Zoom, I do work on this issue too with my students, before awakening and after awakening. So if you're interested in working with coaching sessions in this subject and similar subjects, there are many, I leave you my email at the end of the description of this video. See if it's something that is within your budget. Careful to do not charge in excess so that more students can receive my services. And I can do it today because I'm retired, so I have already some income coming from the Social Security. It's not enough, still I have to supplement, but it's enough to take away the pressure of having to produce too much money through my coaching sessions or the Awakening Protocol or the course in Psychology of Consciousness. So if you're interested in coaching sessions, write to me. I leave you my email at the end of the video. Take care. Bye.